You talk about hoping to inspire people, hoping to draw them into at least giving this acoustic thing a try.
Ya, menarik.
Yeah.
Perhatikan guys ya.
How do you think that mission has fared so far?
Hai guys, welcome back to my channel. Jumpa lagi dengan saya Vicky Himpong. Aku berharap kalian semua berada dalam keadaan yang sehat selalu. Video kali ini adalah lanjutan dari video yang kemarin, di mana kita menyaksikan dan mengambil pelajaran dari interview tim Van Roy kepada Tomy Emmanuel. Mereka tidak membahas sesuatu tentang Mas Alipbata di sana. Akan tapi topik yang menjadi pembahasan di sana adalah bahwa tim Van Roy adalah seorang gitaris profesional yang mengidolakan Tomy Emmanuel. Ya, dia mengidolakan sekali sama Tomy, dan kemudian dia banyak sekali mengcover lagu Tomy Emmanuel yang dimana itu terbilang sangat sulit juga. Yang menjadi menarik di sini adalah tim Van Roy mengcover lagu original Mas Alipbata yang berjudul Pagebluk. Akan tapi di satu caption seperti ini dia mengatakan bahwa, di caption seperti ini dia mengatakan bahwa hard, easy, intermediate, or hard. Hard, very hard. Dia katakan sulit, ini sangat sulit. Dia katakan this is the most difficult song I've ever tried to make a lesson on. Dia mengatakan bahwa ini adalah lagu yang paling sulit, lagu yang memiliki tingkat kesulitan yang sangat tinggi untuk dia membuat pembelajaran tentang itu. Oke guys, jadi sama-sama kita tahu bahwa ini benar ya, ini adalah Pagebluk Alipbata. Kalian bisa melihat judulnya, Pagebluk Alipbata. Dia mengakui sendiri bahwa itu adalah lagu yang sangat sulit untuk dibuat pembelajaran, karena begitu banyak teknik-teknik artificial harmonik, begitu banyak gabungan teknik, sehingga dia mengatakan itu sulit. Padahal sebelumnya dia mengcover juga lagu-lagu yang sulit dari Tomy Emmanuel. Tuh guys ya. Dan ini dia melakukan interview dengan Tomy Emmanuel. Saya ajak teman-teman untuk lanjut part 2. Kita akan melihat dan mengambil pembelajaran dari interview tim kepada Tomy Emmanuel. Untuk itu langsung saja kita akan play videonya. Lanjut ya, part yang kedua. Let's go.
And I just went
Straight downhill.
yeah, and there's nothing I could do to fix it, but there's something I can do to fix me.
Yeah.
And so that's what I did.
And
I asked for help, and I got it. So thank you for asking.
Yeah,
I'm in wonderful shape, and I love my music, and I love playing for people so much.
Okay.
So
I think I speak for everyone. We are all very glad to have you back in this shape.
Thank you.
More than anything else.
Thank you.
There is one question that I've been
Ya.
wanting to ask you for a number of years.
Okay.
Like I just told you, the first time I ever heard you live was on the Live at Sheldon Hall DVD. I was in college at the time, studying music, so I was on my way to become a freelance player. I bought the DVD, I watched it in full, I gave it to a friend of mine, I think he was a drummer or a bass player. I said, you have to watch this. And I got the DVD back a year and a half later from somebody completely else. So it went through the whole school. So everybody just watch this. I know you're a piano player, it's guitar, but just watch this. Right in the middle, there is a section where you give a guitar lesson.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't remember because I've never seen it.
Yeah, you do the Tom's thumb exercises, starting with the alternating bass line, adding the chord, adding the skip beat after that.
Oh, okay.
And then after that, there is a small section in which you talk about hoping to inspire people, hoping to draw them into at least giving this acoustic thing a try.
Ya, menarik.
Yeah.
Perhatikan guys ya.
How do you think that mission has fared so
Ya,
far?
luar biasa.
Greater than I ever imagined. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm sure Chet Atkins would tell you the same story. Because, first of all, when I wrote to him, I was 11 years old. So it was, how long ago? 54 years ago or something, right? So he wrote back to me saying, I had no idea that anybody ever heard of me in a place as far away as Australia, right? So then when I grew up and I had a career going and I started doing well in many areas, I got to know him well, and I would call him up from places like Malaysia and Thailand, and I'd say, I'm doing a workshop this afternoon. There are 500 students in this hall, and do you have a message for them? And he's like, in Malaysia? Well, who knows me there? I said, everybody. And he had no idea, you know. So, and he didn't even have the internet, you know. So I was his internet.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
But, you know, he would always say, tell them to tap their foot.
Yeah.
You know, that was his thing. Tell them to pat their foot. But, yeah, I'm really so amazed, and I'm so glad to be present and with it here, to witness so many great young players coming around, so many people being inspired and excited about playing, you know. And of course, when I first started coming overseas in the late 70s and early 80s and all that, nobody was playing this way, you know. Nobody was a songwriter. Maybe, you know, the only guy who really blazed a bit of a trail in some countries, like from America to Canada to Asia to Australia, was Leo Kottke. You know, there was Bert Jans and John Renborn and those guys, but they very rarely came to. Like, I remember opening for Bert Jans in Australia in 1976. Yeah, Bert was in bad shape, and unfortunately wouldn't remember that night. But I remember it well, and Bert was wonderful. But you know, I remember being across the road from Leo Kottke's hotel and seeing him. His show at the Sydney Town Hall was sold out. I couldn't get a ticket. I couldn't meet him because I couldn't go into the hotel. And a guy with a chauffeur's hat came out with 2 guitars, put them in the back of a Rolls Royce, a white one, and out came Leo and hopped in the car and drove off to the Sydney Town Hall in a white Rolls Royce. And I said, that's for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's just amazing because to a lot of young people, you are exactly what Chet Atkins was to you.
Well, thank you. I mean, there are a lot of things about some of the videos that people have made with me that, you know, I went through phases like everybody does. You know, I went through phases of playing everything really funky. I went through phases of playing everything real fast. And then I went through phases of you know, dressing differently or whatever. And there are sometimes when like for instance, my version of Windy and Warm that was on the Endless Road album was my funky phase, right? So I don't play it like that anymore. I go, right? I went back to the original because I met up with John Loudermilk, who wrote the song, and I played it for him. And I played it just like Chet played it, and that's what he wanted, you know. And so, and I realized the beauty of it back to its original way. So I went back, and now everybody plays it the way I play.
Yeah.
So you know, sometimes I wish I could change some of those things, but you know, people have to find their own thing. And I'm still experimenting every day. So you know.
Just as a note, that is
Ini
still
luar biasa
the
ya.
most
2 hal yang sudah saya
popular
dapat.
tutorial on the whole channel. In my case, is Windy and Warm.
What a
Chet's
song!
Yeah,
It
by
really
far.
is.
Yeah.
John. Well, I got to play it at the concert for John Loudermilk in Nashville, and before he died.
Okay.
And it was so moving to me.
I can imagine.
And he was a beautiful man. He really was creative and full of love, you know. And Chet was always talking about, you should talk to John Loudermilk about that song and play it for him and see what he says, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
That must have been special.
It was.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
There's just one more thing that I would like to do before we
sir.
close this down, before I send you out for sound check, and that is I would like to play something for you. So I'm quickly going to grab my guitar.
Great.
So I'm back with the guitar.
All right.
there is
Okay,
one
so
thing
nervous
that
nih.
I like to do on the channel, and that is whenever I go through a difficult song, Classical Gas, the Beatles medley, I expect people to realize that this is a difficult song.
Kok aku yang gugup
They
ya?
have to put in the hours needed to get through that.
Okay.
Now, sometimes there are songs that I classify as being a little bit easier.
Right. They definitely are.
Yeah, and then I will go for I will go in and look for the difficulty spikes. Usually there are just one or two spots where it gets.
Kita sama-sama tahu bahwa Tim adalah seorang gitaris yang bagus cara mainnya. Kalian bisa melihat dia mengcover Pago Bruk itu sangat-sangat bersih.
Just a little bit more difficult, and that I guess that if people don't really commit that they're going to drop the song altogether, I will then go and look for an alternative. And whenever I do the lessons, I will always tell people, I don't know if Tommy would approve of this. I also know that he plays the way he plays the song for a reason, because that is exactly how he wants it.
Yeah, well, to each his own,
Yeah.
you know. What I like, it shouldn't influence you. It's what you like, and you know.
Yeah.
And you know, I stole as much as I could from Chet Atkins and Jerry Reed and Mel Travis and everybody else who came along because I liked it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I stole it. You know, and then I
Yeah.
eventually developed my
Luar
own
biasa,
thing.
aku mendapatkan banyak hal penting di sini.
Yeah, it's the same with guitars and strings and amplifiers and all that stuff. What I like doesn't matter. It matters to me, but it doesn't matter to you. What matters to you is what
it sounds like.
You're playing that guitar because you like it. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to some people, getting it right is nothing short of an obsession. It has to be like Tommy. And then whenever I do these alternatives, I get comments that you shouldn't be dumbing down these parts or that. Just play it exactly like it is.
Well, I can promise you that if I think you're dumbing it down, I promise you I'll tell you. Okay.
I just want to play you one small section from It's Never Too Late. And originally, it's quite a small room. I was intending to turn my back to you to see if you could identify what has been changed.
Okay. All right.
So I'm
let's go.
curious to see. Maybe I'll go and try.
Let's do this. Dia langsung dapat, Pak. Tommy, padahal dia mau membelakangi untuk Tommy menebak lagu ini apakah bisa dikenali, tapi Tommy langsung dapat. Ya, feel kuat, guys. Ini lagu apa, guys ya? Kalian tahu nggak lagu ini apa?
Now to the bridge. Play it again.
Di sini dia mau menunjukkan kepada Tommy Emmanuel atau kepada kita semua, guys. Atau nantilah kita bahas di ending ya. Kita bahas di ending. Ini seru, menarik pembelajaran buat kita semua, guys.
Oh, it sounds beautiful. Yeah.
So what I did for people not happy with the thumb over the side of the neck, I went for this one.
Yeah.
So I dropped down the melody note down into the bass on the bar, which means you don't need the thumb over the side of the neck anymore. So instead of playing the D, so it's now the bass note is sitting on the bar this time.
Oh yeah.
On the D string,
Yeah.
and then you can just hold down.
Yeah. It's just my ear misses that note.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Yeah.
Oke, guys ya. Oke. Di sini kita sudah mendapatkan 3 poin penting untuk sama-sama bagikan kepada kalian semua dari interview antara Tim Van Roy dan Tommy Emmanuel. Yang pertama, guys ya, Ini adalah hal yang pertama yang sangat luar biasa yang keluar dari mulut seorang Tomy Emmanuel. Yang teman-teman tahu bahwa gaya bermainnya itu waktu tahun 70-an ya, atau 70 atau 80-an itu belum ada yang bermain seperti Tomy Emmanuel. Gayanya harmonik, pokoknya gaya bermain fingerstyle seperti Tomy Emmanuel belum ada yang seperti itu. Dan tujuan harapan terbesar dari seorang Tomy Emmanuel adalah inspiring people, menjadi inspirasi buat generasi selanjutnya. Dan apa yang terjadi? Dia katakan tadi itu di luar ekspektasinya, di luar dugaannya, guys. Sampai hari ini itu benar-benar mungkin Alipbata sampai hari ini bisa mengenal teknik-teknik harmonik seperti itu berkat seorang Tomy Emmanuel yang memberikan inspirasi kepada banyak gitaris. Satu catatan, Alipbata juga memiliki goal untuk menjadi seorang inspirasi, seorang yang memberikan manfaat lewat permainan gitarnya kepada generasi selanjutnya, guys. Dengan hadirnya Mas Alipbata, banyak sekali anak-anak muda saat ini yang tertarik untuk berlatih fingerstyle, termasuk saya. Ya, saya terinspirasi dari seorang Alipbata. Dulu waktu Sung Hajung hadir dengan teknik-teknik seperti itu, saya tidak terlalu terinspirasi. Saya hanya suka melihat. Tapi ketika Alipbata hadir dan kemudian ada beberapa tutorial, aku benar-benar terinspirasi dan sampai hari ini terus belajar fingerstyle. Itu tujuan dari Alipbata, Tomy Emmanuel, dan gitaris-gitaris hebat lainnya adalah to inspiring people, menjadi inspirasi bagi orang lain. Yang kedua, kita wajib untuk menginspirasi seseorang. Kita wajib untuk terinspirasi dari seseorang maksudnya. Dan kemudian jangan harus menjadi orang itu. Misalnya saya menginspirasi Alipbata, saya harus menjadi sama persis seperti Alipbata. Tidak. Seperti yang Tomy katakan tadi, setiap orang harus menemukan cara mereka sendiri. Ya. Saya terinspirasi dari Alipbata, akan tapi saya belajar teknik-tekniknya, saya harus mencari gaya saya sendiri. Ya, untuk menjadi warna tersendiri. Itu yang poin kedua, guys. Pertama, inspiring. Dan ketika kita sudah mendapatkan gaya kita sendiri, kita sudah mengembangkan semuanya, maka kembali ke poin yang pertama, menginspirasi orang lain. Itu adalah 2 poin yang sangat luar biasa. Menjadi inspirasi bagi orang lain dan kemudian temukan cara kita sendiri. Luar biasa sekali, guys ya. Aku sangat-sangat senang untuk melihat hal ini. Dan ya, teman-teman, jika teman-teman ingin memberikan support kepada tim Van Roy, kalian bisa lihat link di deskripsi. Subscribe channelnya. Dia adalah gitaris, bukan gitaris sembarangan. Dia adalah gitaris yang hebat, tapi benar-benar mau mengakui bahwa Alipbata adalah seorang virtuoso. Alipbata adalah seorang gitaris yang hebat sekelas Tomy Emmanuel. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Saya Vicky pamit you and God bless you. Bye.